Hi everyone, I hope you're keeping fit and healthy during quarantine. My name is Bryony, I'm one of the regional lead physios at Bodyset. And last week my colleagues Rachel, Larissa and I spoke to you about posture related pain and how it can affect your upper back and your neck during quarantine. Hopefully you found those exercises pretty handy and you're getting on top of any aches and pains you might have had. So this week the topic of our series is going to be your glutes. So what are your glutes? We call them glutes, short for gluteals, and you actually have 3 glute muscles. Now everyone has probably heard of the big one, the classic, your gluteus maximus, and that is indeed the biggest muscle in your body. So being the biggest muscle in the body, pretty important to you. The 2 others, you have gluteus medius and gluteus minimus. Okay, now these guys sit around your butt. Basically, they create your butt cheek and they almost sit around the side of your hip like a set of Russian dolls. You've got the bigger gluteus maximus, and as you come further round the side of your hip there, you've got the gluteus medius that sits in and the gluteus minimus that sits a little further around the front. In isolation, these muscles do very simple actions. They do a little bit of hip extension, taking your hip backwards, a little bit of hip abduction, taking your hip out to the side. The guys further around the back do a little bit of external rotation, and the smaller, teeny weeny one at the front does a little bit of internal rotation. So why are they so important? Your glutes are used so much throughout the day, when you're standing up out of a chair, when you're standing in the kitchen, when you're walking to work or going for a run. If you play any sport, it is absolutely key that your glutes are functioning as well as they can do. If your glutes aren't functioning as well as they should be, that's when you start to pick up little injuries, okay? So as physios, we are constantly thinking of how might a glute be involved with a knee injury, an ankle injury, pelvic girdle pain if you might be pregnant. The glutes could be the source for why you experience a bit of lower back pain. It could even be why you're experiencing a little bit of shoulder pain. So the glutes are really such a key muscle group in all walks of life. So how do we assess glutes as physiotherapists? Now it involves a lot more than just having a little palpate, having a little feel for your glutes. We like to do movement screening. We like to take you through skill-specific exercises. When we're considering a lower limb or even an upper limb or a trunk-based injury, we're going to take you through a whole bunch of different movement screens. We're going to assess the range of movement available at the hip or the lower back around the glute. And all these points will help build a picture for why someone might be experiencing the pain that they are, and what is that then relating to the glute? Is the glute maybe weaker than it should be, or perhaps it might be a little bit tighter than it should be? So how do we manage that? So what can we do about it? So glutes are quite often, being sat all day, a little bit weak. The more we sit on the butt, the weaker it's going to get. So it's really important that everyone who might be suffering an injury keeps their glutes nice and strong, okay? So my colleagues Rachel and Larissa are going to take you through some easy or some slightly more challenging exercises that you can do to strengthen your glutes at home. So to couple with a good pair of strong glutes, you want to make sure that they're not feeling too tight. So stretching and mobilising the glute with some movement stretching dynamically, or some foam rolling is also going to be really key. In our opinion, the stronger the glute, the happier the patient.